This is one of my Neo-Lock testers. This one tests 6532s and 6821s and 6520s also. And this one tests various RAM ICs. So I have a 6821 that's from a LaserBall driver board, and I'll show you what it does with the logic probe a little later, but you can see this PIA is bad. A LaserBall MPU and driver board, and this one came in with the complaint that just this transistor here in the center that you can see is a little roasty had blown, and sure enough it had. I have checked resistance between the center leg and the left leg, and it's open, so the carbon there is not conducting. This board set was reworked by somebody else before coming to me, and the 40-pin header hadn't been replaced on either side. None of the headers had been replaced. I have done all that. I've added this filter cap both here and on the MPU board, replacing those 30 or so year old filter caps. This is, I don't know who did this. I love this great tower of PIA here, and another PIA was replaced. I had to replace this one. As I showed earlier, this PIA 4 was dead, and I was going to show you with a logic probe the ramifications of that, but turns out also that IC1, the 7408, was also dead, and it was causing the solenoid circuits 1 through 4 to lock on. And here's the 7408. This is a neat little chip tester I got, and you can see that 7408 says error. So that one is bad. Once the chip tester tells you it's bad, it's bad. If it tells you it's good, well, it might be good, it might be bad. We booted it up. The prior repair guy had installed NVRAM, but he hadn't cleaned up the corrosion that was in this area also, so I did that, and I conformal coated it. So we're booted up. Lamp matrix is doing its thing. No solenoids on, except that was solenoid 15 that blinked there for a second. So let's put it into test. And display test. A tough time getting rid of the glare here. It's working properly. And the next test is lamp test. And this is a Siegecraft lamp tester. I have a couple of these. They're kind of nice for system 3 through 7. I use that one, and then I've got another one for some other system set. And the next test is solenoid test. And the first 4 were locked on. So I got the logic probe out and saw that the PIA wasn't delivering the right information, and then the 7408 wasn't doing the right thing with it either. You can see that all of the initial 16 solenoids plus the special solenoids are operating properly. So now I'm going to rake this connector like this, and you'll see that the special solenoids, 1, 2, well, let me get this past here, are working properly. That's the CPU driven. Now here this would be switch driven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all working properly. Next test is switch test. And I have my Pennytech tester, and I'll go through column 1. And I'll go through row 1. I have had something going on with this tester here. That is not a problem with the board. That is a problem with my tester. You can see row 1 is working properly. I really got to get this tester fixed. And then we go through the audits and adjustments. And unlike later game systems, it should reboot, and it did reboot here. I rebooted it myself. Lamp matrix is back to normal, and nothing going on with the solenoids except that solenoid 15, which is probably a flasher for LaserBall. This board set is as good as or better than when it ran off the factory floor. Somebody done this work here. Now while this looks like heck, it works, so there's no point in me messing with it. I also added a blanking LED to the system, and when the LED is on, it means the system is working properly. Thank you for sending them.